Hello dear friend. Today I am going to discuss about the epicyclic gear train problem solved by tabular method. Myself Santosh Sarode. Now before going to solve the numerical based on the epicyclic gear train, we just overlook over the epicyclic gear train. What is the epicyclic gear train? The construction of epicyclic gear train are shown in this figure. Now first the sun gear, this red color shows the sun gear and another gear are meshed with this sun gear. It revolve around the sun gear, that's why this gear is called as planet gear. And the planet gear is also meshed with the ring gear, it is also called as the internal gear. The planet and sun gear are carried with the help of carrier. So this is the construction of epicyclic gear train. It is used for high velocity and high torque. Having application, it is used in the differential, lathe machine and watch. So it is just the epicyclic gear train. All about the epicyclic gear train. Now the tabular method is required to solve the epicyclic gear train. So before solving the numericals, what is the tabular method? The tabular method having the three columns: step number, condition of motion and revolution of element. This is common for all the numericals of epicyclic gear train, rather than this revolution of element is different according to the construction of epicyclic gear train. So let's start. Step number. There is the 4 step. Condition of motion, that is assumption. We want to assume some data for solving the numericals. Now with the help of this figure we can find out or plot this table. So first assumption is the arm is fixed. This arm C is fixed and gives the +1 revolution to the gear A, input gear. The naming is different, but we are giving the +1 revolution to the input gear. Okay, so this is the first assumption. Second, multiply by x revolution. Third, add +y revolution. And fourth, total number of motion, that is total motion. So revolution of element means there is the number of how many number of elements are revolved into the epicyclic gear train, given epicyclic gear train. So here gear A is rotated, arm C is also rotated and gear B is also rotated. That's why arm C, we can start from arm C, input gear A and output gear B. If some figures gives the intermediate gear, we also plot it in the sequential format. So here arm C is fixed, that's why it is 0. Multiply by x, 0. Add y, that's why NC is equal to +y. Now gear A gives the +1 revolution. +1, the positive sign indicates the anti-clockwise direction and negative sign indicates the clockwise movement of the gear. So here gear A +1 revolution, multiply by x, x, 1 into x, x, add y, x plus y. So speed of gear A is equal to x plus y. Now gear B. So gear A and gear B are meshed with each other, that's why we are finding out the speed ratio. So speed of driver upon speed of driven, number of teeth on driven to the number of teeth on driver. So NA upon NB is equal to TB upon TA. But +1 revolution for gear A, NA is equal to +1. That's why we are putting this value in this equation and we are getting the NB is equal to TA upon TB. But why this negative sign? Because A is rotated in the anti-clockwise direction, having sign is plus. So obviously gear B is rotated in the clockwise direction, so having sign is negative. Multiply by x, add y, and total speed of the gear B is equal to y minus x TA upon TB. So this is the tabular method. It is common for all the epicyclic gear train. Only the construction is change the revolution of element. Okay. Now second, problem solved by tabular method. So the problem statement is based on epicyclic gear train solved by the tabular method. In an epicyclic gear train, an arm C carries two gear A and B having 36 and 45 teeth respectively. If the arm rotates at 150 rpm in the anticlockwise direction about the center of gear A, which is fixed, determine the speed of gear B. If the gear A, instead of being fixed, make 300 rpm in the clockwise direction, what will be the speed of gear B? Now, with the help of this figure, gear A and gear B, two gear is there having number of teeth 36 and 45, and arm C is there. So what is the given data? First, TA, number of teeth on gear A 36, number of teeth on gear B 45, and the arm having speed is 150 anticlockwise, that is positive. Now prepare the table. So tabular method, step number 4 step, condition of motion. There is the assumption, common assumption for all the epicyclic gear train. Revolution of element, how many element is there? Arm C, A and B. So arm C, gear A and gear B. Gear A input gear, that's why it is comes first, and then last output gear B. So fix the arm 0, multiply by x 0, add y plus y, total motion NC is equal to y. Gear A plus 1 revolution is given to the input gear, that's why it is plus 1. Multiply by x, add y, then having addition NA is equal to x plus y. Gear B, now we want to find out the speed ratio. So NA upon NB, driver upon driven, and driven upon driver, number of TB upon TA. But we are giving the plus 1 to the gear A, input gear. That's why we are getting the equation NB is equal to TA upon TB. We are giving the negative sign because it is rotated in the A is rotated in the anti-clockwise direction, B is rotated in the clockwise direction. That's why it is negative. Multiply by x, add y. So total number of speed NB is equal to y minus x TA upon TB. So this is the tabular method which is plotted into the table. Now there is the two cases. First, find the speed of gear B when gear A is fixed. In the numerical here, find the speed of gear A which B the gear A which is fixed. When gear A is fixed, find out the speed of B. When gear A is rotated in the 300 rpm, what is the speed of B? That's why there is the two cases. So first case, find the speed of gear B when gear A is fixed. Since the speed of arm C is 150 rpm anti-clockwise, therefore from table 4th row NC is equal to plus y. So NC is 150, that's why y is equal to 150. Also the gear A is fixed, that means NA is equal to 0. But in table NA is equal to x plus y. So NA is 0, so x is equal to minus y, the y is 150 and minus sign. So x is equal to minus 150. Speed of gear B, NB is equal to y minus x TA upon TB, which is taken from the table. So y having the value is there, x having the value is there. So put these values in this equation. 150 minus plus 150 into 36 upon 45. So we are getting the value 270 plus 270. That's why it is rotated in the anti-clockwise direction. Now what is the second condition? Find the speed of gear. Again we want to find the speed of gear B. when gear A make a 300 rpm clockwise. Since the gear make 300 rpm clockwise, therefore from the fourth row of table, Na is equal to x plus y, but Na is given 300, but it is clockwise, that's why it is negative. So x is equal to minus 300, this y goes there, minus y, minus 300 minus 150 minus 450 rpm. Okay, value of x. Speed of gear B, Nb is equal to, from the table, y minus x Ta upon Tb. So 150 minus minus plus 450 into 36 upon 45. The value is comes 510 rpm. It is plus, that's why it's called anti-clockwise. The gear B is rotated in the anti-clockwise direction. So this is the numerical based on epicyclic gear train. So thank you, dear friend.